Hello, everybody. It's just Richard here. Just wanted to take a couple minutes and talk, if it's okay with you, about fear. Well, actually, I'm going to do it whether it's okay with you or not, but talk to you about fear. And next couple three videos are going to be about overcoming fear. And the reason why is because, as I look around in society today, I see so much of fear from other people. And it just seems like it's almost an epidemic of people who are just afraid to move or afraid to go out or afraid to interact with other people and things of that nature. And I don't think it's what's best for us to live that way. Now, the Bible says that God has not given his children a spirit of fear, but he's given us power and love and a sound mind. And I think that's really important that we look when we talk about fear, and we look at it from a standpoint of one, of power, that as believers we have the power of God living inside of us, and because he lives in us, we don't need to be afraid. And love, love is always expressed in how we treat other people, and so we can never let our fear back us away from treating other people well. And what I've learned over the last year or so of pandemic living, excuse me while I get my coffee fix in here. It's always really important that I get coffee into my system very quickly. But over the last year of pandemic living, one thing that's become really apparent to me is the fact that, even if I can't see somebody, I can still encourage somebody. I can still send them a text. I can still call them on the phone. I can do Zoom meetings like we do sometimes here at the church. There's all kinds of things that we can do that will be encouraging to people that don't necessarily involve face-to-face contact. If you're in a position where you can't make face-to-face contact, there's still probably a half a dozen ways at least that you can let people know that you care about them and that you're praying for them, that you love them. And we should be taking advantage of those things. So that's the love aspect. And then the last thing is a sound mind. We need to really look at what it is that we're afraid of. Because I'm convinced there's a lot of people who are afraid of things that they don't need to be afraid of. I know for me, I got a lot of my fear from my mom. And several years ago, I started kind of looking at some of the things that I said I was afraid of. And I realized they weren't really things I was afraid of. They were things my mom was afraid of. And I became afraid of them because of her. Now, that doesn't make my mom a bad person. Doesn't make me a bad person. It just means that I internalized those fears and they became mine. I didn't really have them. So started doing a lot of new things. I'm trying a lot of new things that I wouldn't have tried before because I was afraid of them. But when my thinking got better, got a sound mind, as the Bible says, I began to realize that wasn't really what I was doing at all. That I wasn't really, I didn't have the same kinds of fears. I didn't need to have the same kinds of fears. That's really what I want to say, as what I was experiencing. And that may be true for you too. You may be, if you can step back a little bit and look at the things that you're afraid of and then go, hey, am I really, really afraid of those things? Or was my dad afraid of them? Or is there somebody in the media telling me to be afraid of them? Or whatever the case may be. Don't believe what somebody says until you have a chance to check it out for yourself. So use those three things to overcome fear. Use the three gifts that God gives us, which are power, love, and a sound mind. It might make a big difference for you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.